Hello friends, welcome to Dreamweaver Crocheting with Love. In today's tutorial, I am going to teach you how to make a pom-pom using a pom-pom maker. Now as you can see, I have 4 different sizes of pom-pom makers. These two pom-pom makers can be used for making pom-poms for adult beanies or caps, etc. Because you get a bigger pom-pom using these pom-pom makers. Over here you can see this pom-pom I have done using this pom-pom maker, and these two smaller ones can be used for making pom-poms for little babies, to attach it to the cords or to attach it to the top of the baby cap, whatsoever. Since I mainly make baby garments, I always go for these two pom-pom makers. So today I'll teach you using this pom-pom maker how to make a simple pom-pom. Now pom-pom can be made in different combination of colors. You can make a single colored pom-pom or a multicolored pom-pom, or a pom-pom where you can see the colors in different portions. For example, in this pom-pom you can see the top portion is grey while the bottom portion is orange. So this can be done by winding one portion of the pom-pom maker using one set of color and the next portion using the another color. I'll show you in detail how this is done. So first we will make a simple pom-pom, and then I'll explain you how you can make various color combination of pom-poms using this pom-pom maker. So let's begin. In order to make a pom-pom, the things that you would need is a pom-pom maker. Depending upon the size of the pom-pom that you are going to make, you can go for that pom-pom maker, any colored yarn, and 2 scissors. One scissor should be very sharp so that you can cut the pom-pom out of the pom-pom maker, and the next scissor is to evenly cut out the extra yarns that will be hanging out on the pom-pom, so as to give it a nice round shape. So let's begin. Now initially I need to open this part of the pom-pom maker and hold it together like this, and then take the yarn. So in order to make a pom-pom, you have to hold this yarn around the pom-pom maker like this, and then keep on winding it evenly over the entire surface. You watch it carefully. This is very easy to do. You have to just keep on winding the yarn, distributing it over the entire surface. So just keep on doing it. Now as you can see, I winded the yarn. So you need to repeat this process until this gets evenly surfaced with the outer surface. Now as you can see over here, this depression was there. So I kept on winding my yarn around this so that it matches up with the upper surface. So I think this is about to be done. So I'm done with my one side of the pom-pom. You can cut the yarn and just close the upper portion and hold it tightly like this. Then again you have to repeat the same process on the other part too. Just and keep on winding around the pom-pom maker. You can also do it with hands for making a pom-pom, but when you use a pom-pom maker, it's very easy, and moreover the amount of yarn getting wasted would be very less. So I always go for a pom-pom maker to make a pom-pom, and you'll get a very nice finishing also. To see to that all the area around this semicircle is covered neatly and unevenly too. So I'm done with this side too. I'll just cut out my yarn and close this part. Now you have to hold it like this, and before cutting this portion as well as this portion, you have to keep a yarn handy. Now this is a long piece of yarn which I have folded into 3 parts so that the strength of the yarn is increased. This yarn I will be using to surround around my pom-pom and will hold the yarn tightly. So now let's cut the edges. So for this I am using this small sharp scissors so that it gives a good cutting. You just hold it and cut it like this. You see to that all the yarns are cut properly. There should be nothing left out. Again you have to repeat the same process on the other side too. So once this is done, now using this yarn which I already cut, I will wind it around the pom-pom in this manner. So I have put this inside. Now I need to tie really very tight knots so that the yarns do not come out. Now I will rotate once again around it. So I will be tying one more tight knot. Now I need to open this pom-pom maker and release my pom-pom out of it. As you can see, just open like this on the other side too, and then open the center one. Now I need to give a nice shape to this pom-pom. So just wait. This extra yarns and all I need to cut out. This cute little pom-pom is ready. Since I used the smallest size, I have got a very small pom-pom. Now depending upon the size that you want to make, you can go for that pom-pom maker. And as you can see, the amount of yarn that is getting wasted is also very less. So this is how a pom-pom is done using a pom-pom maker. Now as I said before, I will teach you the different variations that you can create using this pom-pom makers. For example, in this pom-pom you can see I had done one side with orange and in between I have used brown color. So what you can do is you can follow the same pattern, but while winding up the yarn on the side, what you can do is you can make half of the portion with brown, then you can stop and continue with orange. And then again you need to stop and continue with brown. So in that way you can get variations in the colors. And if you want to make multicolored, for example, the color should be evenly distributed, 2 or 3 colors evenly distributed, then what you can do is you can take 2 colors like this together. You just hold the 2 yarns together and then wind it up around the pom-pom maker in the same manner as I taught you, and just keep on doing it. So when you do like this, the colors will be evenly distributed over the pom-pom. Even you can use 3 or 4 strands of yarn together to get different colors combined in a pom-pom. I can also show my various project works in which I have used this pom-pom. These are the two baby hats that I have done, and this is a single color pom-pom which I have attached to the top of the beanie. And over here, in order to create a little bit variation, I have added the pink color as a single shade in order to make it more beautiful. So in this way you can add pom-pom to your crochet work. Also, when you are making a baby poncho or a baby shrug, anything of that sort, when you add cords to the work, instead of just keeping the cord as it is, we can attach a pom-pom to the end of the cords so that it will add to the cuteness of the crochet work. So these are the different ways in which you can add these pom-pom to your crochet work and make it more attractive. So that's all for today's tutorial. I hope I was clear to you and this tutorial was useful to you. If you have any queries, please let me know through comments. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.